Hey guys, welcome back to J Darwin Gaming, and today I've got another Overwatch video for you. I'm going to be playing some McCree. He's one of my favorite DPS characters, and I haven't really been playing him very much since Overwatch 2 came out, mostly because I've been playing a lot of Sojourn, a lot of Soldier. I really like the, I don't know, like a soldier type characters. And I haven't really been playing McCree just because it takes a little bit too much precision, in my opinion. But once you get past that, I feel like, you know, he's pretty fun to play. So for me, I kind of am going for more shotgun, fan the hammer type of gameplay. I haven't really done that since Overwatch 1. I feel like it was a lot more effective there because it had a lot more tanks. In this Overwatch 2, I feel like you want to be more precise with your shots, but I feel like it just feels so bad when you miss your shots. So I'm going for a more fan the hammer gameplay, and you'll definitely notice. So I would say this is probably like my 5th McCree game that I've been playing ever since I started getting into him. So I'm a little bit rusty, but I think the more I practice him, the better I'm gonna get. So I'm just gonna rough through it. This is honestly probably bronze gameplay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've been placed in my placements yet, so I'm not even ranked. But if I had to guess, this is probably bronze. This is obviously a quick play match, and I'm playing with my cousin. His gamer tag is Benjizad, and he's the other DPS, and he's never gonna out DPS me. But the important thing here is you watch how I play McCree, and I'm trying to line up these grenade fan the hammer combos, and you see it almost took out that Orisa, a full HP Orisa, and she's got armor too. So if that was a Roadhog, it probably would have been more effective. But even then, you know, I could have done another fan the hammer. It was just one close up and then one as I was retreating. Here I already got my ultimate built up, but with McCree, he doesn't really have like a in combat ulti. You kind of have to spend some time. You have to spend some time setting it up. So you have to get into position, you have to find like line of sight of as many opponents as you can. It's something that kind of takes you out of the fight. So a lot of times I just hold on to it, because being with your team and being able to stay protected behind your tank and with your teammates is, you know, probably not the best place to use your ulti, but it's probably the best place to be. But here you can tell that I'm kind of right here. I was actually thinking about trying to find a way up this building to use my ultimate, but I couldn't find the stairs. I'm not even sure if there are stairs, but I couldn't find it, so I ended up just hanging on to it. They're not able to push on us, so I can't really get you some shotgun gameplay, but here I landed a couple clean shots. That Lucio was actually about to drop his ultimate, and I killed him while he was in the air. And right here, I just get a bunch of kills with fan the hammer. And the worst part about Orisa, this is a bad matchup, is she doesn't take headshot damage, and she takes reduced damage when she's halting, so there's no way I was going to chew through her. But if you're interested in picking up McCree, I would say there's definitely 2 types of playstyles. I feel like it leans more towards the close-up playstyle, because he's got 2 abilities that kind of lean towards that. He's got the magnetic grenade. That's a, you know, short range grenade that if you throw it at someone like that, it'll stick to them and do some damage after a while. I think it does 70 damage. No, it does 130 damage if it sticks to them, and your bullet does 70 damage if it does a regular body shot. So a grenade combo with a body shot is gonna kill almost every single character in the game, you know, any 200 HP character. So that's one thing that you can do if you're close range. If you decide to do a grenade into the fan the hammer, you have to land more than 1 shot, because the fan the hammer bullets actually do reduce damage. I think they do something closer to 45 or 50 damage, so it's actually a pretty significant drop off, but you kind of get out more damage quicker. But back to what I was saying, back to his 2 different playstyles. You can either kind of sit back and try to get headshots with his pistol, because even though it's a pistol, it actually has pretty good range, and the base damage of 70 is pretty solid. So you only need 3 body shots or 2 headshots or a headshot and a body shot to kill characters most of the time. So right here you can see I'm trying to do some of that kind of like long range pistol shooting, but my precision with McCree is just not there today, and this Reaper actually was dominating the game. I think whoever he was last game, he switched to Reaper and he just started getting a lot more value out of that pick. And honestly, I probably should have swapped to somebody else because I feel like McCree can't really handle Reaper. Even though he does have the grenade and he does have the fan the hammer, he does drop the grenade if Reaper goes into stealth or he does his wraith form. So it's actually not a good matchup, but I wanted to just get this gameplay of McCree so that, you know, you guys can see how a bronze McCree plays. And you can actually see right there, I stick him with a grenade, but he just wraiths out of it, takes no damage, and then he can blast you with his shotguns. And right here, I think I died to him again. But yes, so his long range playstyle, it basically is just primary fire. You rarely use your grenade, you'll rarely use his roll because there's nothing to do. You're keeping your distance, you know, you're trying to get value from picks and headshots. And that's one way to play McCree, and it's not an absolute. You can go in between the play styles, but you'll notice, like right here, I'm getting closer, I'm fanning the hammer, I'm throwing my grenades, and I'm suiciding. I was debating about whether or not I should cut this clip out, but I decided, yeah, I don't want to edit the video. So yes, so if you play long range, you can definitely have those sick clips where you just get headshot after headshot and it feels so good. But the playstyle that I'm going for right now is a lot more of my Overwatch 1 playstyle, where, you know, you get up close, you get those, rather than the flashbangs, which would be, it would set up a perfect fan the hammer, you just have to get a grenade and then fan the hammer and hope you land 2 body shots, because I don't think it can actually headshot. Yeah, when you do your secondary fire, I don't think you get headshot procs. So as you can see here, like I was saying earlier, if you use his ulti, you can't really be with your team. They'll just focus you down. You have to kind of get the jump on them, and it takes time to set up. That's one thing about McCree's ulti that, you know, even a bronze McCree can give you that advice. Okay, you're gonna see me punching the ground a lot after I make some trashy play. It's because of the other DPS I'm playing with, Benji. He told me that after you make a play that you think might get in the play of the game, you have to spray the ground and then you have to punch it, you know, for maximum disrespect. And I'm not telling you guys at all to be like a disrespectful Overwatch player. You should always abide by the rules and be nice to each other. But I think that it's kind of fun, you know, it's kind of funny to see this. Whenever the enemy team does it to me, I just kind of laugh. You know, I love to see their sprays, and, you know, when they make a great play, it's not tilting for me. It's not toxic in my opinion. When you play games like League of Legends or those other type of games where a lot of people tend to be ruthless towards each other and to their own teammates, that's what I would consider toxic. But this, like a spray punch thing, I think it's just like I think it's pretty funny. I used to do emotes when I would assume that I would get play of the game, but it just takes you out of the game for way too long. Your character just stands there, does a little emote, and you actually can't do anything. You can't end it early, and if an enemy catches you, like for example, you kill 2-3 people, you think you're gonna get play of the game, so you emote, but then, you know, one or two people come up to you, they can just kill you, and it looks pretty bad. So I decided the spray punch combo would be the most disrespectful, while, you know, quick, easy kind of like insert. You know, you should try it sometime and see how you like it, because otherwise, when do you ever use your sprays, right? You got to use it, you know, when you think you're gonna get play of the game, so people will see it. So if you've been watching the gameplay so far, you're probably unimpressed. I still have top damage, and that's the thing with going like close range McCree, is that your grenade does 130 damage. I think that's more than Soldier's rocket. I think Soldier's rocket does 120 total, and so your grenade is actually gonna hit harder than the rocket. The thing with the rocket is that it has much more range, of course, and it does damage immediately. But with your grenade, you know, if you're fighting someone that can't necessarily go invulnerable like Moira or Reaper. It's guaranteed damage. You know, you can throw it on a Roadhog and you know he's gonna take that damage, or you can throw it on like an Ashe, and you know that, you know, if you can land a body shot, you can just let them be because they're gonna die within like a second or two. I don't know how long it takes to detonate, but on top of that, the fan to hammer damage, that, like I said, it does reduce damage, but it shoots 6 bullets in, you know, rapid succession. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna have to look it up because I want to run the calculation, because I know that it says either 40 damage or 45, and I want to know for sure. I'm curious now because I'm playing McCree, and you know, that leads me to another thing. His name's not even McCree anymore. It's Cassidy. It's Cole Cassidy, and I have been calling him McCree this entire time just because it's McCree, right? Like, I started playing Overwatch when it first came out, and I don't know if you can tell, but I have a golden gun. I think he was the first character I got a golden gun for, and I've only got 2. It's him and Doomfist. So because McCree is how I've known him, and I feel like it's a really suitable name for him. If you've ever, like, it's a cowboy, right? And he's named after someone from Blizzard. I think the employee's name was Jesse McCree, and they just straight up took his name because they thought that, you know, it's a suitable name, right? And it actually does fit really well, in my opinion. So giving him this new name, Cassidy, or Cole Cassidy, I should say, but when you're on the hero select screen, it'll say Cassidy. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I don't like his new name. I think that Cassidy, it just doesn't flow. Okay, aside from the fact that it's a girl's name, I understand that, you know, boys can have that name as well. And his name anyways is Cole. I think they're just using his last name Cassidy, but I just don't think it flows, and I don't think it suits him. When you play as a cowboy, you kind of want to be named like a cowboy, and I don't think there's any cowboy in pop culture named Cassidy. That's probably the worst play that I've made all day today. I don't even know what I was thinking. Wow, that was bad. Okay, but they changed McCree's name, obviously. If you've heard about the Blizzard controversy, he the name Jesse McCree, again, like I said, it was based off of a Blizzard employee, and they were caught in some controversy about a year ago, I think, or 2, about something about, I want to say, sexual misconduct in the workplace and outside the workplace. It was a huge scandal with Blizzard, and they haven't really recovered from it. You'll still see about it in the news and whatnot, and obviously that's terrible, but they changed his name because of that, because they don't want any affiliation, because the name Jesse McCree was the name of the Blizzard employee who was one of the people that was found to be associated in those sexual harassment situations. And I think they're still working on I think their investigations are still ongoing and whatnot, so I don't want to say for sure or not if it happened, but if it did, it's terrible. But the worst thing that happened is that McCree's name got ruined. You can see here that Benji's, you know, he got to play the game, and so he's pretty happy about that. But that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.